Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly Pick a Card Tarot readings for the week of August 3rd. If you're new here, my name is Sydney, I'm the tarot guy next door, and I use my cult knowledge and intuition to help guide you towards the life you want. If you have a question you want to ask the cards, you'll find information on how to get a private reading below. And if you want to learn how to read the cards, you'll find information on my beginner's course below. I'll be doing 5-card open readings, and here are the decks that I have for you. We have the Tower of Symbolic Worth with Sodalite, the Universal Rider-Waite-Smith with Carnelian, and the Dark Mansion Tower with Pre-Night. We also have 4 different Oracle cards to choose from 4 different decks. So go ahead and pick which tarot deck and which Oracle card resonate with you the most. It's totally fine if you're drawn to more than one. And as always, you can pause this video if you need more time. As always with collective readings, take what resonates with you and leave aside what doesn't. If you want to jump straight to your reading, you'll find timestamps below. And with that, let's go right to the readings. Alright, Group 1, let's see what we have for you for this week. I did get a peek at the Ace of Cups while I was shuffling for you. It might mean something, it might not. We do have another ace that did show up. We have the 10 of Cups. Whoops. And for now, I'm going to just say it was probably nothing, but I will just... what is this? Probably the Knight of Swords. What else would it be? Haven't pulled the Knight of Swords often in this deck, that's for sure. That should be a beautiful shot for you. Of course it is. I'll see you right now. Group 1, this is going to be a really short one. We have the Knight of Swords surrounded by swords charging into the 10 of Cups. This is a pretty straightforward go for it. And, you know, before unpausing, oops, let me just do one thing. I forgot to turn my fan off before unpausing. So, yeah, like I was saying, just before unpausing, I realized it's almost as if the Knight of Swords was pushing off the 4 of Swords into the 10 of Cups here. But yeah, this is a pretty straightforward go for it message. I don't know what this means. And the funny thing is, with this spread, the way that it is, it's clear that whatever it is that you're going for isn't exactly in your wheelhouse, but it's not exactly not in your wheelhouse either. And I think that the Ace of Cups, you know, peeking out a little while I was shuffling, combined with the only non-sword in the reading here that isn't a major arcana card, it doesn't necessarily mean nothing. It could be that whatever experience you have that has brought you to this point in the swords realm, you know, swords and cups, they're kind of neutral to each other, you know? So it could be that you have relevant experience to go after this 10 of Cups. I would tell you to not be cocky, but based off of this reading, I don't think you would listen to me anyway. I'll just invite you to not do anything actually stupid and move on. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like. And you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. Group 2, before I cut the deck, I just want to point something out. There's something about how the Carnelian Stone interacts with this deck that makes it look like there's a specular highlight all around it, and it kind of looks like I'm highlighting the stone in post-production. But no, it's really just how the lighting in this room and this stone and this camera interact with each other that gives that illusion. But that being said, let's actually cut your deck and see what the cards have to tell you. Let's do it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, interesting. Clearly I don't know what to make of this, but by the time I unpause, I will hopefully have something useful for you. Beautiful. I will see you right now. Group 2, with the only upright cards in all of this being the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Coins at the bottom of the deck underpinning the entire message. Once I, you know, put these 3 cards together, the reverse cards, in the context of these 2 cards, well, these 3 cards, 2 plus 1, it reminded me of a tweet that I saw last night that I couldn't shake. The tweet was essentially that There's nothing more depressing than running into an old friend and realizing that they haven't changed at all in the last 15 years. Like their life between the last time you saw them 15 years ago and today when you're running into them is essentially the same, but you're both 15 years older, right? Now, I don't know which friend you are. So I'm going to address the room in general because while I have not wasted 15 years of my life, I did waste a good 5 to 10 years, and they were strategically important years too. So this is kind of something that I will have to deal with for the rest of my life. So I can kind of relate to both people here. It's kind of embarrassing to run into that friend, but it's also embarrassing to run into an old friend and realize that you don't have much to say for yourself during the what have you been up to or how's your life phase of the catching up conversation. So again, I'm kind of speaking to the room in general. I would say that encounters like that, it's not easy. I'm just going to be this friend in general, I'm just going to call them the loser friend. I'm in a glass house throwing stones, as I've already established, so this isn't judgment here. But yeah, the the this is good. Meetings like this are important, and they're good for the loser friend too, because sometimes when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, it's when you can kind of inject the things that you realize what was missing, and then you can inject the things that you need to inject to start to make the changes that you need to change. So yeah, and for the person who ran into the loser friend, I'm honestly not sure what to tell you. Besides, you may want to help them, you may not want to help them. This is really a case by case scenario because sometimes when you try to help the loser friend, you end up getting dragged down with them, you know? And I wouldn't want that for you either. So yeah, whichever friend you are, just know that encounters like these are good and that you have options. That's the thing, no matter which friend you are. In this scenario, you have options, and that is as heavy as this moment feels. There is, it's kind of the heaviest that it gets, and then it gets lighter from there. Because after the Ten of Wands, you graduate to the Page of Wands, and then you go on to the Courts. So yeah, again, I just want to remind you that. Because with the two major arcana cards here, there's a question of timing and love, and it's very important to know that to the loser friend, people don't care that much. Yeah, it is sad to see, especially if you care about that old friend. But ultimately, it's not like they're going to be spending the rest of their week thinking about how much of a loser you are. That's not true. So the fact that nobody really cares about your problems can be freeing. And again, you do have options, even though they're not clear. And you don't just turn your life around in a day because you didn't get into your situation in a day. We're talking about 15 years. So yeah, hopefully it will take you maybe 2 to 5 years to change things around, but it all starts with a single step. If you hated this reading, please give this video a thumbs down, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right, group 3. Let's see what we have for you for this week. Okay, that's the moon. This is the 6 of coins. I sometimes misidentify cards. This is the devil reversed, page of swords, and the world. Okay, and the bottom of the deck, this is the 4 of wands reversed. I will just make this look nice in the shot, which is very easy to do with such a small deck on such a big carpet or mat. My bilingualism is showing. All right, I will see you right now. Group 3, this is actually a pretty straightforward message. The crux of it is sometimes good things actually do happen to you. The thing that made the message come together in this way is the devil reversed here, and also the world being the middle card, and the Four of Wands being in reverse at the bottom of the deck, underpinning the entire message here. So there is a major accomplishment, but a bit of sourness or bitterness mixed in with the Four of Wands here. Something that we should be celebrating, we're not celebrating as hard as we should be. And I think that it's due to feelings of insecurity or whatever, or maybe the way that the Page of Swords, World and Moon card and Devil are coming together is this is too good to be true type of vibes. And I think that in the context of this reading, that even though it looks too good to be true, that the bigger risk is for you to actually make it to ruin it by turning it into a self-fulfilling prophecy, by injecting self-doubt into what should be a moment of celebration, basically. So with the Moon card here, especially the Moon card being I haven't used this metaphor in a long time, but you know, the navigating a forest, navigating an unfamiliar forest at night. It can be very scary. It can be very nerve-wracking, especially when there are glowing eyes off to the sides looking back at you, you know. And they don't seem to be getting any bigger, but it's not a comforting thought, you know. If they were getting bigger, that would make it worse. You know, you'd at least like the eyes to disappear or become smaller. But the point is, when you're a tiny little page navigating through that, it can make you feel like you're not ready or you're not able to navigate the forest. And the Six of Coins is reminding you that you are, but you do need to keep your wits about you, because yeah, you are a page. So there is, it's not completely unjustified to have your self-doubts, but it's unjustified enough that you can kind of just assume that you're good enough to be where you're at, and that good things actually do happen, and sometimes they happen to you. And it looks like one of those good things is happening right now. So try to not ruin it by you know, being a mope, basically. If you liked your reading, please give this video a like, and you can use the timestamps in the description below to jump ahead to your Oracle card reading. I'll see you there. All right. The Oracle card portion. This is usually around where I like to keep these, but it will work out anyway. All right, Group A, your card is Development. This is I Ching hexagram number 53. And the keywords are gradual progress, continuity, slowly but surely, adaptability, a time-honored approach. This is so good. I don't feel bad for doing this at all. I haven't done this in a while. This is so on point for all three messages. I'm just going to reread the keywords and move on. So gradual, I'll at least put the card, you know, on camera for you. So gradual progress, continuity, slowly but surely, adaptability, a time-honored approach. Group B, your card is Guru, the penultimate lunar mansion. There are 28, and this is number 27. So I already know that this is the middle of Pisces, but I will still look at this card. Let's see. I'm really drawn to the circle around this guru figure here, and I think that this is an invitation to have to not have your mind so open that your brain falls out, but to also not be so confident in your ability, confident in your knowledge that you know what the fuck you're doing, that you're closed off to any feedback at all. So this is a double risk for the guru who might need outside feedback, and also for if the boundary is too weak, then, you know, any random malaka can just put their thoughts into your brain, and that's not good either. So yeah, to try to have a healthy boundary that is open to the things that make sense and close to the things that don't make sense, but not so close that you don't evaluate them enough to see that maybe they do make sense and you just didn't think about it the right way at first. Group C, your card is Work Through Your Feelings. This is the last quarter moon in Aries. If the last quarter moon is in Aries, that means the sun is in Cancer. Let me think about that for a second. Nope, I don't have much besides the literal interpretation here because, and I think that this is good for all three groups to just don't try not to fly off the cuff, and also working through your feelings. For some of you, it could be self-image that is important to work through. But yeah, when the things that you have to do and how you feel are at odds with each other, it's not easy to navigate, but that is the challenge that you're being invited to address this week. Group D, your card is Selkis, the Egyptian goddess, with a message of healing. I worded that deliberately because just because you're the Egyptian god of something doesn't mean the message is. Anyway, let me just stare at this card for a minute. Yeah, the visuals didn't give me much more to work on. So with the message of healing, I think that this is, I'm going to interpret it the straightforward way as an invitation to pamper yourself. Maybe not so much that you don't get anything done, but to be gentle with yourself this week. And also others. Healing is not necessarily something that you do to yourself. It's also something that you can do for others. So try to keep that in mind for this week. And that's a good note to end everything on. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give this video a like. I hope you have a great week. Take care. I'll see you soon.